I'm John Hinkle, the senior pastor of First Presbyterian Church here in downtown Murfreesboro on the corner of College and Spring. This is your Saturday morning preview of Sunday morning sermon. I'm actually in a Presbyterian meeting. I've got us on mute and I've got the video off so they can't see what I'm doing, and I've muted them so you won't hear anything that's going on. We're fine. Hopefully the stated clerk of Middle Tennessee Presbytery won't watch this. This Sunday is Dedication Sunday. This is the Sunday when you have that opportunity to come down in worship and put your pledge on the table to say we are fully committed to the mission and ministry of First Presbyterian Church, not just financially, but spiritually with our time and our talent. Leela and I have already made our pledge. I'm not going to, the session has already made their pledge. I'm not going to kind of steal Jim's thunder and Tim's thunder tomorrow, but they have some exciting news. It is exciting and makes me feel very positive about the direction we're going in. But it's also the Transfiguration of the Lord Sunday. And I know the Transfiguration of the Lord may not be a familiar text. It's not necessarily the greatest high holy day in the world. We don't have, presents under the Transfiguration of the Lord's tree, but it has become a text that's been so vital in my ministry because it is the gateway into Lent. Everything that happens from that mountain down leads us to Jerusalem. And so what is it about the mountain? What is it about the Transfiguration that lets us know not only, what's going on in the text, but just as important about us as we get ready for Dedication Sunday? As you know, our stewardship theme this year has been created, connected, and called into the world. Created, we're not a mistake. God created us with a purpose. God created us for a purpose. And one of those purposes is to be connected to one another, to the body of Christ. As the body of Christ connected to one another, we are called not just to live out our faith here on the corner of College and Spring, but we are called to go into this world proclaiming the good news of Jesus Christ, to be a reflection of who Jesus is. And I think that is one of the things that we witness in the Transfiguration of the Lord. It's not just that Jesus experienced this change. I call it an ordination, meaning he recognizes what his divine call is. But more importantly, or just as important, I should say, the disciples understand that something has changed in their life. I know, I kind of, when I read this, kind of giggle a little bit at Peter when he says, Lord, in this moment when Jesus, was standing next to Elijah and Moses and he was shining like the sun. He said, Lord, I know what we should do. Let's build 3 tents, one for you, one for Elijah, one for Moses. The thing is about that seems so weird in our 21st century mind, but Peter saw that just like the Hebrews wanted to recognize that God was in their presence when they crossed over the Red Sea and wandered the wilderness in Moses, and they built the tabernacle for God. So Peter wanted to say, we recognize we are in the presence of God. Only right after Peter makes that suggestion, one of the things that just pops out is then there's a voice from heaven. It's the same voice we hear in the baptism. In fact, it's the exact same thing we hear in the baptism. This is my son. He makes me happy. I love him. Listen to him. And I think in that moment, what is getting across to us is if we want to build a tabernacle, the tabernacle needs to be in our hearts, because that is now where God dwells in us when we are faithful to the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I look forward to being with you as we get ready for Dedication Sunday, as we get ready for the Transfiguration of the Lord Sunday, and hopefully it'll stop raining. Man, it poured down rain here about 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, something like that. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.